What you're doing, Ritika?
You've put her at such a spot.
They are always in the spotlight.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Ritika, yes. Why are you doing what you're doing?
Because I like it, sir.
Because you like it. Tell ma'am, what's your passion? What do you want to do? What is your
I haven't much explored yet, but I'm looking forward.
which year are you studying?
Second year, sir.
All right. I
Did you
think
take this lean startup course accidentally or by choice or with no other goal? What are the choices, Ritika?
By choice, sir.
By choice, seriously.
Really, sir. Yes.
Okay. Because ISHG here we have a process where students can choose what they want to study.
okay.
Or law student can do something from linguistics, languages,
Hmm.
engineering can do business. It's all cross functional. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, multidisciplinary.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So they have something called as a startup course.
This course name is Lean Startup Management, which I teach.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it may be there may be law, there may be business, there may be engineering. Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
it's up to them
All
because we
right.
just wanted to know them that after your studies there is still an opportunity for own business, like how you started,
Yeah, entrepreneurship basically.
Yeah, so the same entrepreneurship course we made it as startup management. Yeah.
All right.
Then we have social entrepreneurship, which is a totally different course. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
I think we have enough participants now to start with.
yeah, there are 59 plus 2. Yeah,
60.
60 as of now. Okay. So I guess we're good to go,
Yeah,
Ayushiji.
yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So we have, yeah. Okay. So good evening, everybody. And just give a thumbs up if you're able to hear my voice clearly. And if you're able to see Ayushi ma'am, just give a thumbs up. Okay, fine. Thank you. All right, 67, 68. Okay, people are just joining because for some people 6:30 means 6:35. Yeah, for some 6:30 means 6:40. So they are the people who will be losing more in the future, not now. But if you know the value of time, then like
Yeah.
Raymond Chaudhary, correctly will be everything ready and then yeah, Raymond Chaudhary. Okay, good. All right, so for everyone, just there is some sound coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so good evening, everybody. Namaskar, namaste. We're so delighted to have Ayushi ma'am here. And let
Same
me
here.
just begin with the poster for those of you who did not see it by mistake because it's been on all the social media. So that's where we go. Miss Ayushi completed her bachelor's in law from the Campus Law Center, Faculty of Law, Delhi University, which is so renowned, And then now she has her own firm called Law Digest. 2015, she completed her law and then started working, practicing law in Delhi. And 2019, Miss Ayushi Gupta started her own firm called Law Digest. I was so fascinated when I saw the website and we got in touch on Instagram and saying like so young and who is that they're able to do so much. So I just wrote and we got connected and that's how, very young talented person. So did a undergraduate and then 3 years honors in law and then worked for almost 5, 6 years. And just before pandemic, she started a startup and I wanted to show you the organization so that you people can understand what it is and how it is. Are you able to see something quickly on the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, we can.
Okay, this is the website, lawdigest.in. It will be there on all your WhatsApp and everything. There is a contact, there's courses, all right? And let me play it with you with the music so that you guys can understand. So is it there? This is the uh, main.
Legal terms and legal reasoning, legal awareness, and now I believe if you have landed on this website, you're preparing for any of these law entrance exams. अब किसी भी लॉ एंट्रेंस एग्जाम को प्रिपेयर करने के लिए ये जरूरी है कि आप लीगल एप्टीट्यूड सेक्शन में अच्छे से
Right, so this is just a basic one, but if you just go down there, how amazingly one person, all right, has made a YouTube channel and brought it as a course. You can see there, right? Legal GK, current affairs, 2120. You know, you have to be updated so much because this is not about 1942 or 1950 or 1990, right? Daily test, basic law entrances, everything, you know, or some bundles as a packages, test series, right? Then WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. Okay. So many things are there. Right? So can anyone quickly read from here, please? Quickly. One of you wish, ma'am, and read loudly. Anyone? Yeah. I can't see.
I'm an advocate in Delhi.
Yeah.
I have been in practice for 4 years and have an independent law firm. I have done my LLB from the reputed campus Law Center, Faculty of Law, DU. I have also done a few diploma courses from Indian Law Institute, Delhi, and NUJS, Kolkata. I completed my graduation in commerce, discipline from Sri Ram College of Commerce, DU. I am also running a YouTube channel by the name Law Digest by Ayushi, where I disseminate important information in the arena of legal education for free.
Good. Next
Thank
one.
you, Kevin.
This one, Kevin, last one. Yeah.
The objective of this endeavor of mine is to help aspirants prepare for law entrance exams in a simplified manner by providing all resources for the legal aptitude section under one roof so that no time is wasted in compiling the scattered data. This venture of mine facilitates students to do best preparation in the shortest span of time.
Wonderful. So Kevin, can you introduce yourself to ma'am? Who you are, what you're doing?
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kevin Thomas, VIT University. I'm
Okay.
pursuing my 4th year in electronics and communication right now, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so I will stop sharing the screen. All right, so that's a website. That's all that Ayushi Gupta ji is doing. Just 4 to 5 years into the after graduation, all alone. All right, and today, ma'am, we are so happy that you have come all the way from Delhi.
Pleasure.
All right, and now we have 106 participants from various groups, and it's going to be very short. So let's keep it this way. 30 minutes we have our interaction, and the next 15-20 minutes students will have interaction with you, and we wind up by 7:30. Yep.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
So let's go. Ayushi ji, my favorite question is, did you ever think that you will be doing what you're doing in your life? Honestly, did you ever think that you'll be doing what you're doing? I never thought I'll be in this field. I always wanted to be a musician, music, band. Then मेरे पापा ने मेरा band बजा दिया. He said, music will kill you. So you have to study. Then I came to studies, and that's all. That's all. Yeah. So
That
do you ever
happens with
think-
everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
First of all, hello to everyone, all the 105 attendees that are there, and the dean of VIT and whoever esteemed faculty member, whoever is watching this particular meeting that is being recorded by Samuel. Samuel, thank you for having me here.
Pleasure.
So as you said, had you ever thought that you will be doing such a thing, because you never thought so. So
Mm.
that's what exactly I was reading about this quote, which says that life is actually happening to you when you're busy planning. So
Yeah.
I had no plans of doing law. When I was a child and I used to watch movies and I used to see these courtroom scenes, I used to feel that I will not be able to ever do something like this. And eventually, that's what I did do. Uh, since 2015, when I got into practice, uh, courts were the first thing, because whenever you speak of law, everyone tries to associate it with the courts and courtrooms. So yeah, that is what actually I landed up doing. I had never imagined myself to do law, because I did BCom honors from SRCC. My aim was to do an MBA from a good college, from the IIMs, settle down with a good job and work with the finance team of some corporate.
Mm.
That is what my plans were.
That was the plan. But now
That was the
you
plan.
you did your law and getting into
Yeah.
Sri Ram College of Commerce, my dear friends. I don't know whether you know it. It's not easy. St. Stephen's, Sri Ram College, you need to have 100% top score in your 12th, and
Yeah, that is the present situation. During my time, I think the cutoff was around 95%. It's
95%.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. So it's not easy to get a seat in Sri Ram College of Commerce. SRCC is very well known. And then you did your honors in law. Okay, so let's go back a little bit to your roots, Aisha ji.
Yes.
Um, when you first told that I'm going to start a YouTube channel,
Hmm.
all right, that to
Hmm.
2019, just before a pandemic, yeah,
Yeah.
what was the family's reaction to it? Because most of
Uh,
my students also, they want to do some DJ, rock and roll. Revan Chaudhary wants to do so many things. Then, but their parents told चप्पू तो कितना दी, तेलुगु में बोलते हैं उसको, चप्पल फाड़ दूंगा मैं तेरे को पढ़ाई कर ले. So, what was your family's reaction? Honest, let's have, yeah.
okay. Yeah. So opening YouTube channel wasn't the first stage of my life where I had to, fight through. The first stage was when I had taken up law as a career, because you know how the society is, how India is, and a girl doing law is considered to be something, very it's considered to be a big thing ki, girls shouldn't be doing law. That is what the mindset is. So
Mm.
once I started with that, there was no looking back. And since then I have I've been taking my decisions on my own. And there's back in 2019, when I opened the channel, I did not have to basically seek a permission, because I had established this ground for myself, that yes, I am doing law, and I am very passionate about law, and I want to make a career here only. And come what may, this will be the area that I'll be in. So I did not really face any such opposition back then. But yes, I used to initially, when I started the channel, I used to meet my friends, and they used to wonder that friends from Shriram College of Commerce, and they were working with good MNCs, and they were like, "Why have you left your job?" I was working with a law firm initially, and they were like, कि, "Job छोड़ के you've opened a YouTube channel. Do you plan to continue with your job?" And still, when I meet people, whosoever is not aware of the field of online education, what wonders are happening here, they do ask sometimes that, don't you wish to continue with your job, and don't you go to the court regularly? So that is the mindset that people still have, be it the parents, be it the friends of my own age. So I'm hoping that after the onset of COVID, there was a lot of importance that people realized कि online चीजें करने की कितनी importance है, how you can manage things online. There were so many corporates that were functioning online only during the COVID times. Nobody could report to their workplaces. So I guess in the next few years, it has already started expanding so much. And in the next few years, I am hoping to see a lot of expansion and growth in this field of online education.
Good, good. So let's go back a little bit to your story behind the story. I'm sure you being born up in Delhi, you are from a very big joint family, and
Yeah,
joint family, we can easily understand that women means पढ़ाई करो, शादी खत्म करो, काम कुछ नहीं करने का. No work. You just have to be
yeah,
at home. Am I correct? Am I right?
correct.
So how did you break that chain and the stereotype, like that nobody in your family works? You can just have 2, 3 servants and just sit at home and get your work done. But why did you choose? How did you come out of the stereotype when all the women in your home are sitting idle? Why did you choose to work?
So basically, the thing is that since I was studying at Shriram and even in school, I was performing well. So since my childhood, my teachers, they had a lot of expectations from me, and we used to keep talking, we used to keep discussing my career, that how do I plan my career, what do they see, that what do they feel that I should really be doing, what am I good at. So I had this background since day one only, and so I had this clear that I want to do a job, I don't want to sit idle at home, I don't want to be married and sit idle at home. So that fight has been very long. I do get messages also from some aspirants who are wanting to prepare for law. There are some girls, they would text me and they would ask me that हमारे घर वाले oppose कर रहे हैं and they're not letting us do law, whereas I plan to, this is my passion, I want to do law. And they keep telling such things, and I keep telling them that if you really want to do law, then you'll have to fight for it, nobody will come for you. And so I would say, for everyone, be it law, be it any profession that you want to practice, your fight actually starts in your own mind, that are you convinced that you want to take up what you want to take up. So your fight is before having a fight with the family members, that fight is with you yourself, your own notions, your own understanding, your understanding of your capabilities. That is very important. It may have happened that if I was under this impression that nahi, I will be a lawyer only, and probably I did not have the requisite knowledge, aptitude, acumen for it, I may not have performed well. But then that is for every individual. You know yourself the best. And to all the viewers who are watching this, I would say that you have to realize your own potential and capabilities first to be able to convince your parents or family members or whoever you are getting this objection from.
All right. Let's come back. Few questions. There are some law students here, yeah, and I can see them. I think so. I took a semester for them last year. Kavya, Kavya, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah. What did you guys are from law doing second year? They're the first batch. What did you feel, law students, when you saw the profile of Ayushi Gupta, ma'am? You saw the poster, right? So what was going in your mind when you saw the poster and what?
And when I first saw like ma'am's poster on ma'am's website, I saw that she was not this, but also the law school, this case case study. We have to like have online support, and I saw that it's very useful in the coming years also. So we are going to start by this.
Okay. So Ayushi Gupta ji, you finish your law. You were working. Okay. Now I want to come off this interview type and ask you very realistic. Recently, sorry, there's a movie of Surya which got released. It says J Beam or J Beam. Yeah, it is in all the languages, Telugu, Hindi, Tamil, whatever. It's a real story of a great lawyer and advocate who fought more than, oh God, thousands and lakhs of cases, absolutely free for tribals. So actually, what happens in real life comes on the reel. Okay. And you being a Delhiite, there is Supreme Court of India. You see day, night, big things. I want to ask you a question. What happens in real life? It's very easy to come on the reel because that's a movie. It's a
Right.
acting.
Hmm.
Okay. But after seeing all that, many people, when they see the acting of Surya or that lawyer, and even in Telugu, there's a recent movie called Vakil Saab, something, some Paramatma aa jata hai, some spirit gets into the mind of my student, and they think that, chalo, maybe court dal lunga, chale jaunga, and then you see a lot of English serials and, how to get away with murder, all that, a lot of things. Now, I want to ask you a question. Being in the capital of India, and seeing the daily affairs, big cases, what happens in a movie of a law firm or lawyer? Is it very easy to duplicate or to do it in a real life as a student or after the student? Honestly, Bolu.
So, first of all, I'd say this, that the courtroom scenes shown in the movies are very misleading. That's not how it goes.
Yeah.
And in, practice, if you'll go to a Supreme Court, you'll hardly get a chance to speak. And I won't say hardly, if it is a big matter and it's a matter of national interest or something that's really big. Like I've been part of certain, because I was working with a law firm that was handling PSU cases. So these are big cases, and we used to engage senior counsels. And so there, what used to happen was that initially what happens is that if you are a fresh law graduate, you are sent to registrar courts first. Registrar courts are the courts where you are dealing with the filing procedure first. Once you are filing a case, that has to go through the whole registry process, because the honorable judges who are sitting at the helm of the affairs at the Supreme Court, they won't be looking at your defects, or whether you filed a reply or anything. That thing happens at the lower stage only, at the registrar court only. So fresh law graduates are sent for those matters. And even I've seen people who are fresh law graduates and they're scared of appearing there as well. It's natural, because first time people are going, but registrar courts, having said that, having keeping aside the filing bit of it, next we're coming on to the arguing matters. Now even the senior counsel, the senior advocates who are there, even they get a chance to speak for like 5 or 6 minutes. They'll be speaking on a matter. So that's also a great amount of time that is being given, since there's a lot of pendency, and the disposal is very quick. The judges try to study, they pick up the file, they'll give you 2 3 minutes to speak. If you have a valid point, well and good. If not, they'll dismiss it, or whatever they've studied. The judges, they come prepared, they read the files, and they know what is to be done in the matter, and they proceed accordingly. So everything is very planned and very systematic. And it is not that for hours and hours you are arguing, except these important cases that we saw, like Ayodhya dispute case. There was an overnight hearing that happened. So
Yeah.
Aadhaar case. So all these big cases are obviously different, but जो regular matters होते हैं, in the regular matters, what happens is that you don't get such a huge chance to speak. And I was appearing for a few matters in the Delhi High Court, keeping aside the Supreme Court bit of it, uh, because I was appearing for a firm that had very high stake matters. So I was there to, brief the counsel. Like you will see in the movies, there is a main person who's standing before the judge, and there'll be 3 4 lawyers sitting on his side. And
Yeah.
whenever the judge is asking a question or some argument is being made, you are opening up a particular file page, you're presenting it to the senior advocate, that so that he might present it before the court. So that is how these things happen. I have appeared in the High Court. I've argued uh, before certain judges in the high court. So there you get a little time to speak, but even then that also works like Supreme Court, only 5-10 minutes is the max that you get. So there you I did get a chance to speak. And trial courts are obviously different. There also consumer courts, there are many forums, so you do get opportunities to speak. And as a lawyer, once you're working with a law firm, you have to take that opportunity. There are certain people who will shy away, and they get scared that the boss should not tell me to appear in this matter. But if you are working on that file, and if you really want to learn something, you want to learn the court craft, then it's very important to take that opportunity. And speaking of the movies,
Hmm.
that's all a sham. That does not really happen. And I've seen Suits where Harvey Specter is being portrayed as some angel, that he'll come at the end and he'll save you. In India also it does happen, like late Mr. Ram Jetmalani, he was doing 90% of the cases for free, and he's considered to be one of the finest lawyers in the country. And he was working pro bono for 90% of the cases. He was someone who enjoyed that kind of respect from everyone around, and even the judges used to respect him. And everyone obviously holds him at high regard till date. There are certain lawyers who make their mark, and that obviously varies from person to person how your tenure has been.
Good. So thanks for the clarity. Now, after leaving all your job, you started doing your own Law Digest. It's a
Yeah,
firm to educate people, and
yeah,
you started it, and then lockdown came in.
yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how challenging was it, and
Hmm.
what was the finances? How did you manage? Did you get
Hmm.
funding? Did you have everything on your own? Because then the next question is, how did you set up all your things? And content
Hmm.
बनाने में बहुत time लगता है ना? It's not
Huh.
easy. Yeah.
Hmm.
So how did you go through all these challenges to bring the course, get the finances and budget?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
So initially, like I started this channel in the mid of July, and
July of
July
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's when I started the channel, and I was very slow. I was uploading one video in like 15 days, and I never thought that I'll be doing it very seriously. Initially, I had just started. I was trying to experiment with a few things. I already had another firm that I was building on the side. I was more concentrated on doing more of drafting and legal work. So there were a few people whom I know from the family, from the relatives, from the friends, and I had certain matters in my hand to draft certain cases. So I wasn't very regular on YouTube back then. So in 2019, I remember motor vehicles bill and consumer protection bill, these were amended.
Mm.
Penalty under the Motor Vehicles Act was increased to a huge
Huge.
extent, and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and
And there were
consumer
cases where
protection
some people in Delhi left the bike also. बोलते तो गाड़ी ले जा मेरे को फाइन नहीं देना है भाई. My fine has become more than. Yeah, yeah.
penalties, yeah, they were soaring. Penalties were soaring, and even Consumer Protection Act की बात करें तो their online frauds and everything, uh, these online transactions came under the purview of the Consumer Protection Act. So that is what I felt there. I felt that this is so important, that we had studied Consumer Protection Act back in college, and it was an old act, and now this has been amended, and half the people, they're not even aware of it. And I made certain videos on that. And then I started, these ideas started bursting, that I have to keep a balance, that I have to create legal awareness as well, and I have to provide legal education as well. So that is what I kept feeling, that it is so important that not only as a lawyer, but for every citizen to know what the law of the land is. And that's when I thought, I started coming up with ideas that I can make these legal awareness videos as well. And I remember I was making this video on land. I made a compilation of these videos of landmark judgments of 2019, and it took me really long. I had to study a lot. I had to go through all the judgments of 2019 for the year, and I had to figure out by myself which ones do I feel are the important ones. And then I made a video. Uh, Making a video also comes up with a lot of challenges, and you need to see कि video बहुत ज़्यादा लंबी ना हो जाए. And because obviously people will lose interest if we continue this session for another 2 hours, nobody would want to keep sitting here. So all that time management and all these things, these challenges came initially. Speaking of finances, as you mentioned, YouTube doesn't really charge you initially, for opening up a channel or anything. So finances may, what is important is that you get your things organized, you get your IT organized, you plan a website, and that website development cost happens, your gear, your camera, mic, uh, laptop, screen, lights, studio, whatever, however you want to function. um, those were the initial things that were there. And I got certain help from my family around. And I won't say financially I took anything from anybody because I was having my laptop already. But some sort of support with respect to uh, placing the videos in a room. And those things initially happened, and then COVID uh, happened. And that, actually, I won't say that it was although nationwide people have been suffering, worldwide people have been suffering with the effects of COVID. But for online education, COVID was obviously a boost. And people, because people were home, and I started taking up the channel more seriously during COVID. I used to make more videos because the other things had come to a halt. And so I started becoming regular on YouTube. And it was very heartening to see that uh, students were liking the videos. They were able to clarify certain concepts. I started with this idea of revision series. And I took up different basic subjects that are there, the six laws that are basically asked in law entrances. And I tried to take up questions, and I explained questions in a manner that I could explain concepts as well at the same time when I'm discussing a question. So I started off with those series. And people liked it. I kept coming up with more videos, legal current affairs. And now I'm at a stage where I'm focusing a lot on legal awareness as well. And that is why I have my Instagram handle separately, wherein uh, I keep uploading reels, which is this 30-second up to 60-second over here. Those small videos wherein there are like small doses of legal updates. So to all the viewers who are watching this session, I would really tell you that you should go check out the Instagram channel, Law Digest by Ayushi. And irrespective of whatever field you are in, you will and certainly will get to know certain legal updates from there. And it might just help you anytime in life. For example, I had posted a reel on yeah
This is your
yeah this
page?
is the one. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Which
if
is
you come to the reels section,
okay.
yeah, I had uploaded let's scroll for the people
Which one?
to watch further. So as you can see, how can you fight your own case? This is a common doubt that anyone can have, irrespective of whether that person is a lawyer or not. So लीगल केस, द आंसर इज यस. एडवोकेट्स एक्ट आपको अलाउ करता है कि आप अपना खुद का केस देख सकें. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, सीपीसी जो है सिविल प्रोसीजर कोड अलाउ करता है कोर्ट के डिस्क्रिप्शन पे कि आप अपना केस देख सकते हैं.
Okay.
Yeah. So things like these I kept posting, these small things. As you can see, there's a reel on bail and myths and realities of legal industry. This I have depicted the life of a lawyer. So people who are wanting to practice law, there are huge bundles of files that you are supposed to read, and a lot of things that you're supposed to do. Most important rulings. So such kinds of reels I kept making in order to spread all this legal awareness. And there was one reel that I was talking about. I can't see it on the screen as of now, wherein I was telling about what to do in case you are caught up in a road fight, because that happens with people a lot. So if you are caught up in a road fight and road पे road rage में कुछ भी anything happens, and you have to be really cautious. So once that happens, the first thing that you need to do is record the scene, take
This
an
one.
audio video recording, and call the police. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You should not enter a road fight. Affray, public nuisance, these are offenses punishable under the IPC. So collect evidence, call the police. That is what has been explained.
So rather than entering into the, we need to collect evidence. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. So these are small, small things, rights of a married woman. So these are some things, every person should know about. So all these reels I keep posting apart from the regular law intense preparation that we keep doing. And that's what
Can you
I,
see this? Can you see this data here? Rights of a married woman 4,847. Rights
yeah.
of unmarried couples has gone to 8,000 views. So you
That's quite
see,
an observation.
people
Yeah.
are like, yeah, data analytics,
Yeah.
Gosh, it's like, yeah, cybercrime. Yeah, anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how started in 2019, and presently I'm focusing on legal awareness, on raising legal awareness, because YouTube is one platform where you can help people know what you know.
All right. So if you go back to your website, like that's your firm which you started,
Yeah.
um, which one is going better for you? Let me go to your website. Give me a sec. So among all this,
Hmm.
uh, as an entrepreneur, as a legal entrepreneur, is it courses going more high, or is it the bundles, or is it like only before?
Bundles are better because students they want to get collective information. Courses
Okay.
I've kept open because there are some people who would want a certain course only. Bundles have everything, they have everything combined. So our module for DU LLB is very popular amongst the students.
Mhm.
And since I myself am from DU, and I focus a lot on the DU LLB entrance. And apart from DU, obviously, I'm teaching for other law entrances as well. Like this year, I had a very good feedback from people who appeared for MHSET and BHU. And a lot of questions were there that came from what we had taught and our modules, our test series. So this keeps on going. This is an endless service. I don't know till when it will go
Okay.
on.
So let me stop sharing this. See, you are doing a content, but what is the opportunities? So you have a cost to it, and people pay
Yeah,
it, and that's
yeah,
how you get your business model running. My
right.
question is, so there is an opportunity for content developers, for designers, for social media marketers. So all this, any engineering student or anyone can do it for people
Hmm.
like you, and then they still can do a business, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So
How are you
YouTube.
getting it done? Because are you outsourcing it, or do you have a team, or how is it?
Yeah. So it's sort of initially I was doing everything, and
You used to
because
do everything,
yeah,
editing, recording.
yeah, everything, recording, editing. I still edit myself only, and initially I was doing it all by myself, but then I eventually I took up a few interns because things are I'm very active on Instagram as well, so maintaining these platforms, then I'm
Yeah.
very active on our WhatsApp channel, and people keep posting their queries, and things keep coming up there as well. So I have to, manage a lot of things at the same time, and I'm having my legs in all these baskets. So I did recently only, I think a few months back, I started hiring interns. And so for content creation, I tell them what they're supposed to do. I tell them what the plan is that I have in mind. And obviously, it does not stop there, because I have to continuously keep checking the work, keep telling them what is proper, what is not. And sometimes I do have a very difficult time with the interns as well, because they just can't understand what I'm trying to look forward to. So yes, it is very challenging. YouTube demands a lot of patience, lot of consistency. You have to be very active. You need to be fully aware what's happening in and around. uh, so you have to be really on your toes for YouTube.
Okay. From my side, this will be the last question. All your friends are working,
Yeah.
having paused Delhi in corporate life, and but how do how do you take it that you came off out of that job and you started doing your own work and your own passion? How does it feel for you?
Yeah, it does feel great, especially, when your work gets acknowledged. That is the real motivation. There, the real motivation lies. So it's not big numbers that matter. When I get texts from people that, something that I posted helped them in any manner, or they fared well in their examinations, that really motivates me. That really keeps me going. That I'm able to make a difference. So
Okay.
yeah.
Good. So now let me leave it to the students for some time.
Yeah.
Let's see what questions they have for you.
Hmm.
You've been a student, you worked, and now you're on your own as an entrepreneur. You have your own firm, and everything is on your own. Your
Yeah.
passion. And sitting in Delhi with the traffic, I tell you, if you don't take metro, your life is gone. So whether it's Dwarka, whether it's your CP, but you are able to maintain. So, students, any questions? Anyone, whether you're a law graduate or a BB or engineering, quick to tell your name and ask questions. Come on. Yeah, somebody's raising hand. Akhil. Goody Seva Akhil is raising hand. Yeah, quick. Introduce your name, talk to ma'am, and then
Good
ask.
evening, ma'am. This is Akhil,
Good
MBA
evening.
first year, ma'am.
All right.
So you said that you got inspired to take law from seeing these movies.
From movies.
Yeah, like, did you get disappointed when your like expectations did not match the reality out there? Like you said, it is not like the movies in the real life.
Yeah, okay. So that was not really my inspiration. Movies were my inspiration. What I was telling was that I was very fearful during my childhood watching, a courtroom scene, and I used to think that I cannot ever be like that, or in front of a judge, I cannot speak. That was the fear I had during my childhood days, when I used to think of law as a career. Because it happens with every student, I think, at some point of time, you will think whether, once if you become a doctor, how will you be? If you become a lawyer, how will you be? If you're a teacher, how will you teach the students? How will you be? How will the students perceive you? So that happens with everyone. That is essentially what I was sharing. And as far as my first hand experience of the courts is concerned, I started off with the Delhi High Court, and I really enjoyed myself. And there was so much energy flowing, and there still is. There's so much energy there. You walk into the lobby, and there are so many lawyers. You have the display board running, which tells you what case is going on, what number case is going on in which number courtroom. And people are busy walking. You step into a courtroom, and you see the kind of arguments that are happening. It's a whole, everything is a learning process. So I witnessed this for the first time during my first internship. And I started off with my internships early only. I started in the first year only. Some students keep asking when should they start interning.
Yeah, please tell that. From which
Yeah.
year? Yeah.
You should start right away. As soon as you get an internship, just step in. And uh, internships play a very important role, because you get to learn a lot of things during these internships, and they will eventually help you once you become a graduate. And coming on to your question, uh, my answer would be that I wasn't really disappointed. It was a whole learning experience for me, and I really enjoyed being a part of the whole process.
Okay, good. We have another two more people raising hands. We have Maganti Revant, we have followed by Devjit, and followed by Kavya from the School of Law. Yeah, Revant, please unmute, introduce yourself, and then, yeah.
Hello, ma'am. This is Revant. It's pleasure
Hello,
meeting
Raymond.
you.
Same here.
So, so my question is, what was your parents' reaction when you wanted to open a YouTube channel? So they might have plans that my daughter should go to abroad and do higher studies or some sort of plans. They might have some sort of plans, no? And what's their reaction, no, after seeing your videos?
Yeah, so initially, as I said, my fight began to take up law as a career, not to open a YouTube channel. By the time that I was opening up my YouTube channel, I was at a stage that I did not have to ask anyone around. So I had already crossed that stage. But as I said, people used to wonder that what do you keep doing? What are these videos? Why have you left your job? People used to keep questioning. And
How did you
that
answer
would
that? That's what his question is.
uh, yeah. So basically, my thing was that online education is a new platform, and I enjoy spreading all this legal awareness and the content that I create, and that's what I enjoy. And I want to try something different. I've already been in that stage, litigation, corporate drafting. मैं सब कर चुकी हूँ. Also, it still keeps going on the side, because I have my old firm that's running, and wo independently job, whenever I get leads, I'm doing that on the side as well. But and yeah, eventually I do plan to craft a few courses on drafting and all these legal skills. So there's a lot in the pipeline until I get to a certain extent of it. uh, I just stay motivated for that.
Wow, thank you. All right, next we have Devajit raising hand, and then Kavya, and then Yashita Manini. Yes, Devajit, introduce yourself.
Hi, ma'am. My name is
Where are you
Devajit.
people from, so that you know how far you guys are connecting?
Hi, ma'am. My name is Devajit, pursuing first year BBA at
Hi,
VITFB.
Diljeet.
Ma'am, I'm from Kerala. So, my question is, who is your role model, ma'am, and how has that person helped you to reach this much successful? Like, how
Okay.
has that person helped you?
I would say that I don't have a single role model. Like, I have so many people in my life, and as Samuel said initially, that you're from a joint family. So I had people from my family as well. I had my teachers, I had my friends. I have a lot of people whom
Bullet
I
test
look up to, and I try to extract the learnings from there, from every person. You can learn something. Even a person who's not accomplished enough as well can be can teach you something in some way or the other. So it's upon you what you pick
ఏమో
from any person.
నేను బుల్లెట్ టెస్ట్ వెళ్ళాలనుకున్నా
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. So Devajit, you got that. Inspiration is a multi-level
Yes, sir. Yes.
inspiration.
I
Okay.
got it.
Next we go to the School of Law. There is Kavya, yes, then Yashita, and then Didipia. Yeah, they're raising hands. Kavya, over to you. Kavya,
Kavya, we can't hear
sorry,
you. Yeah.
It's very hard to hear you. What you can do is, can you quickly put it on my WhatsApp, please, so that I'll read it up? Yeah, Kavya, put it in the WhatsApp and we'll read it. Next, can we go to Yashita Umaneni and then Didipia? Quick.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Myself, Eshita Umaneni. I'm a first year student in BSL.
Okay.
And to be honest, I'm a really fan of you. I've watched each and every video of yours. It really helped me for my law exams.
Okay, great.
Wow.
So glad.
And I just have a question. Ki, matlab, this most of the people nowadays they do CS course with LLB, right? So, like, is it really important? Like, does it play a vital role for us?
So it really depends what in what area you plan your career. If you want to go into corporate law as such, and you want to get into due diligence and all these things, you want to get into compliances. If you have an interest in that area, then obviously, yeah, CS is a good option. But stay in litigation, you want to do civil matters, property matters, family matters, be an additional accessory for you, but obviously it won't help you in those cases as such. Shita, have I been able to answer your question?
Ma'am, your voice was breaking. I only heard few of your words.
Yeah, can you repeat Ayushi again? Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I was saying it really depends on what kind of field you're looking forward to practice in. If you want to go into the corporate field, you want to get into the compliances bit of it, then yes, CS is a good option. But if you want to stay on the other side of it, you want to go into general litigation, property matters, family matters, then CS will not actually, be of any use there. But obviously, it'll be an addition on your CV. And in future, if you want to drop from law and take up CS as a career option, then you can use your degree of CS there.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for answering.
Thank you. Didipya, you can be ready with the question, but Ayushi ji, before this, there was Kavya from the School of Law. The audio was tough. She gave a text on the WhatsApp saying, sir, I wanted to ask if Ayushi ma'am ever felt like going to the court simultaneously with the Law Digest. I mean, that did she ever miss going to the court because of your Law Digest work?
Actually, I keep so occupied that time of thinking, I do, yes, I do remember that there was a different time. But as I said, at that stage of time, while I was in 2019, I was in a different state of mind and I wanted to try something new. So I won't say that I really miss going to the courts, because I keep doing drafting on the side as well, whatever cases that keep coming up. But yeah, presently, as considering my state of mind, I'm very much into Law Digest at present, and the I want to create a lot of content here itself.
Good, thank you. Yeah, so Didipya and Dwala, can I quickly, yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. It's a pleasure having you here today.
Good evening. Hi.
I am Dedipya, ma'am.
Devitya, can ma'am see you people? I don't know, we can only hear your voice, you people.
Sir, I'm actually having a problem switching on my camera right now, so I
Audio
can
is
only
clear.
make it work with my audio.
Audio is clear, yeah.
Yeah, you're audible.
Ma'am, so all that you've accomplished till date, like be it breaking such a stereotypical chain and dealing with such a powerful weapon like law, and making your priorities stand out and taking them so independently and standing so independent today, like how does it make you feel? And looking back, any regrets you have about any decisions you've made?
All
ये
right.
टीवी एंकर का क्वेश्चन है.
So
Good.
yeah, sometimes it does feel really great when you're meeting people and you're discussing what all you're doing, what all you plan to do, then it does feel good that you have a plan, like you have something, there's something that's keeping you going, and there is certain amount of energy that you feel while discussing your plans with people. So yeah, it does feel good. I have always and always I've always dreamt of having this feeling that I want to do things by myself independently, and it does feel good. What I would say that I regret is the fact that I could not prepare for UPSC examination. So back I when I was in when I was doing law, I was so much into law, and I was so lost, and I used to be studying and doing internships. I was in my own world, and I could have prepared for UPSC or judiciary back then only, because once I got into practice, and after 3 years in 2019, when I was trying to see what should I do, I want to do something else. It was very difficult to get back to studies, and I missed that age gap as well. So that is one thing I do regret. So I see people today, I have so many students who keep asking me ki UPSC and law is this a good combination, and I always tell them this is the best combination ever. And so I do regret the fact that I couldn't do it back then. But for people who are in the first year of law, I would really suggest ki if you want to take up, if you are very serious of a career in law, then UPSC or judiciary is a very good option that you can opt for.
Wow.
Obviously I won't say, because these are stereotypical jobs. People feel government job hai, safe hai, and everything. But then at the same time, these are the people who are implementing the law at the judicial level, at the executive level. So that chance also would have been great, although it might have happened that I would not have liked the job as such. Whatever happens happens for the good. But yeah, that's one thing that does go at the back of my mind.
Wow. Thank you. Okay, next we have Vari Harshita. You're raising your hand. And then we have our Dean Sir to give a lot of thanks. Yeah, Harshita.
Yes, hello, ma'am. This is Harshita
Hi, Harshita.
from BBA. So I want to ask you, I'm from BBA background, not from law. So
Okay.
what can in business or for any entrepreneur, having a strong advocate or
Hmm.
the law knowledge is crucial.
Hmm.
So would you share us what are the skills, professional and
Hmm.
personal,
Hmm.
needed for us to fight our own fights, like being a
Hmm.
self advocate or something like that,
Hmm.
before we get into it?
All right. So, since you're from the commerce background, I myself am from the commerce background. What I would say is that, for example, if you don't take up law, you take up MBA or some other career in commerce. So you will be facing law as well, because there'll be compliances. You might be reading some contracts. So if you have, worked for that beforehand only, what the contract should look like, what are the terms and conditions, and you should know कि एक contract में क्या क्या चीजें essential हैं. There has to be a jurisdiction clause that helps you identify that if this clause is this contract gets disputed, where will you land up, what court will you go to, do you have the option of arbitration, what is the interest that has been secured by that contract, what are the obligations of the organization that you're working for. All those things from a person who's working with a corporate point of view after your commerce. Now as an individual, as a citizen, how it can help you, for example, I was speaking about Consumer Protection Act. Tomorrow, for example, you buy a car, and there's some issue with it, the engine is not working, there are issues with the warranties, and you are having a bad time with the authorities. So that can help you as well. If you have some prior knowledge of law, you're aware of the Consumer Protection Act, you're aware of your rights, because that is what the government also keeps working on, right? To make you aware of your rights, your duties. So if you are well aware, it can help you to that extent. As I said, I was discussing that reel of a fight on a road. So instead of getting yourself involved and drawing those charges of a public nuisance or affray, you can avoid those things. So law is for everyone. Whoever is a citizen of any country, law is going to help you in a lot many ways. So it is always better to have some legal knowledge. And uh, even when you're traveling abroad, people do tell you that, look into the laws of the country so that you don't end up doing some offense there. So yes, it is very important. Speaking of skills, I would say, as a lawyer, if you want to practice law as a career, reading is very important. Lawyers are supposed to read a lot. You have to research a lot of judgments you need to go through. Interpretation is one skill that you need to learn. Obviously, during LLB, you are taught, there's a subject called interpretation of statutes. You're taught how to interpret statutes. I have a video as well wherein I am discussing how to read a Baer Act. Baer Act is the book that contains the letter of the law. So you need to learn all of that. Interpretation is very important because that is the whole fight that is about when we speak of law. So all these skills will help you. Articulating yourself in a good manner is also one skill that every lawyer must possess.
Good. So we're coming to the close, and we just have three quick people, quick question, quick answer. Yeah. Pawan Sai, you're raising your hand, and then Lahari, you're raising your hand. Yeah, quick, quick, quick.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Ala Pawan Sai
Hi.
from the first year of law. So my question is, in business perspective, in the business side, how do you think that law digest is different from the others in the competitors? Do you ever compare with the competitors in the industry as well?
Not really. Uh, we were discussing before, this whole session. Samuel and I were having a word, and we were talking that, everybody is on YouTube today. So, so half the percentage is serious, and half of the people have just, opened the channel for the sake of it, and they are also uploading videos. So that's not my focus. Is really on my content, that what I am delivering, what are my plans. As I said, there's a lot of things that I have in my mind, and during those gaps I used to keep having, during COVID times as well, I used to keep thinking what all I can do, and I have this whole bunch of things that I have to do, and it is irrespective of what my competitor or anyone else is doing. And that is why I started with Instagram as well, because uh, I don't think any of my competitors were doing these reels as such. Uh, when we speak of law entrance exams, but that is what I started, and I really enjoy it because to be able to tell you guys the law in a span of 1 minute and picking those topics, that is really challenging, and it really keeps me up.
Okay,
All
okay,
right.
then thank you.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
before we go to Lahari, there's very interesting question. They want to be anonymous, but then Pujit says.
Sorry. I have a sister. She really wanted to study. Ma'am. She's now studying in 10th. After 10th, can she directly study law for 5 years?
No. I'll tell you. So the programs are such that I think for some schools you have the option of legal studies, opting for legal studies in grade 11th. She can go for that, and she can opt for different subjects, constitution related subjects. She can go for humanities, but law you can do only after your grade 12th. So after grade 12th, you have different options. You have your 5-year law program, and there is one program I had recently made up a video on that as well. It is being offered only at OP Jindal and UPES University, wherein you can do bachelor's in legal studies. So that's not LLB. You can do the way you do bachelor's in commerce, bachelor's in science. You can do bachelor's in legal studies. That is an upcoming program. So she can opt for that just in case she doesn't get through the 5-year LLB program. That program will help you. It won't give you any professional degree of law, it won't give you an LLB degree, but it'll give you a bachelor's degree. So she'll have a very good understanding of what the law is instead of studying, commerce or science and then doing LLB. That is also a good option.
Wow. Good information. Thank you. All right, K Gopi, 19BES 7063.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, quickly introduce yourself.
Ma'am, my name is K. Gopi, ma'am. I am studying third year of BTech from ECE department, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to ask one question. You have to answer it your personally, like in spiritual sense.
In spiritual sense, okay.
Ma'am, are you define the life is something made by choices that we take, or like something reaching unknown destination which is fixed by God, such that we move according to that? In both of them, which one you choose according to your perspective?
Ayushiji, first you answer and then I'll answer.
So his voice was breaking for me. I'll just clarify the question once again. He's asking that whether I want to, if I'm given an option, I want to live the life that I choose or the life that God has planned for me. Is that the question?
Yeah, Gopi's question was, do
Yes, ma'am.
life go through
Yes.
the choices that we make, or God has destined it already?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Right,
yeah.
Gopi?
According to your perspective, which one is correct for you, ma'am?
So as you know, you must have seen during this whole thing that I was saying that I was very convinced that what I want to do, I want to do. And initially, I had my plans of doing an MBA, but I was destined to do law. So I think it's a mix of both, that whatever destiny comes across you, you try to find out your own way in that. Because, you know, it rarely happens that what you plan goes according to your plan. I started this session with this note that life is happening to you when you're busy planning. So that is what I would say, that it's a mix of two. I would love the opportunity if I could, you know, go as per my own plans. But then obviously when destiny comes into play, you can't do anything. And that is another challenge that you get. You keep facing these challenges that keep coming across, and uh, eventually when you're able to come out of these small challenges, everyday challenges that you face, that is, I think, what actually keeps all of us going.
Gopi, can I give you my version?
Yes, sir.
I have a mathematical formula. Life is equal to total sum of choices that you make in your life. Life is equal to, open brackets, total sum of choices that you make. For example, Gopi, you decided that you want to attend today's webinar, so you decided. And there you made a choice. You made a choice, I will not put on my camera, you made a choice. There are many people who logged in, but they're on Netflix and aha.com and Prime Video. It's a choice. You're getting my point, yeah? So life is equal to total sum of choices that you make. That's my version, but it's up to you. Did I answer your question? You getting my point, what I'm saying? See, my office work gets over at 5. There's no need for me to sit at 6:30 and then do the sessions every day, getting industry people and making you talk. It's a choice. You understand what I'm saying? It's my choice that I want my students to, because evening is the only time where everybody can come. If I keep it in the daytime, only some department can come. You understand? So it's a choice. It's a choice what you make. If I say, you know, God told me not to do this, I can easily sleep and finish off 1 or 2 series in Netflix right now. You're getting the point, yeah? But it's a choice of what you do. So that's there. Yeah. So last, thanks, Gopi. It was wonderful question. Nishit Verma, quick, we need to wind up. Dean sir is there to give word of thanks. Yeah. Nishit Verma, you're raising hand. Yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Introduce yourself. Where are you from? Where are you sitting now?
Hello, ma'am. This is Nishit. Like presently, I am residing in Vijayawada, and I'm from third year BTech.
Okay.
So, ma'am, my question is, once as you have decided, like the day you decided to start a YouTube channel and focus on online teaching, like were you prepared completely with a few number of courses like that can hold you back, or you just decided with a motto, like only you had had the confidence that you can do it, or you had something behind you like ready and rolling to
Right.
go behind you?
Yeah, I get your point. Yeah, so initially, you know, when I had started none of these courses existed. I had come up with these courses. I launched these courses in January 2020. So 6 months I was there, just functioning on YouTube. I was trying to understand the audience, the kind of audience that I'm getting, what do they want, and I was trying to basically understand that what are they looking for. And I was trying my hands at different kinds of videos that I was making. So it was gradually only that I figured out that okay, I'm liking this concept, of teaching and explaining the concepts of the explaining legal jargons and these complicated concepts in an easy sort of a manner. That is what I was enjoying. So it is then when I started coming out with these courses, and the work is still on because you need to continuously keep updating. And my courses also, they keep changing from what they were in 2020, and from what to what they are now. There's a lot of change that's there.
Yes, ma'am.
So I had nothing in the stash.
So, ma'am, you went the hard way, right?
Yeah, you can say in a way, because my mind was, in a fix that I want to do something different, but what all I want to do. So nothing was too planned as such.
And hard way, Nishit, if I have to tell you, it's like there's no shortcut in life. Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you my punch statement. If you want shortcut, life will cut you short.
No, sir. Actually, hard way I mean hard way as in instead of preparing everything, then switching to a particular going to a particular way or moving in that way, then we are going to work in that.
Go with the flow. That's what Aisha did. But my message to all the young people: don't look for shortcut, instant. You can be on Instagram, but you can't get instant money, instant richness, instant crorepati, instant paisa. नहीं होता है भाई. So if you want shortcut, I am very sure life will cut you short one day. And जब रास्ते के माल सस्ते में सरोजनी नगर मार्केट जाओ 100 रुपये खरीदो बस जिंदगी में you have to live. All right, this Byansi Komal last, yeah. Quickly, Komal.
Yes, ma'am. Hello,
Yeah.
ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
I am Komal from BBA, ma'am. How was your feeling while sharing your experience with us, ma'am?
My feeling, okay.
Now, his question is now.
Now, in the
कैसा लगा
present.
था?
It was great. What is heartening for me to see is that people who are asking questions, I was expecting that ज़्यादा questions they'll be coming from people who are from law background only, and they'll be asking what all needs to be done. But it's very heartening to see that people from BTech, BBA, all these different courses, these people are coming up to ask these questions. And it's very heartful, and it's very heartening to be sharing your story with so many people. And being here, Samuel thankfully came across my channel somehow, and it is a sort of an acknowledgement of my work that I'm trying to see here. And it's a great feeling, Komal. And I hope someday I'm able to visit the campus as well, and I'm able to speak
Yes.
to you guys as Samuel and I were planning. But due to this COVID situation, we are stuck in our homes.
But sure, once everything goes well. Komal,
Yeah.
thanks for the very good question. All right. So,
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Banerjee, sir, our Dean of VIT Law School, are you there? Or any faculty members?
Hello. Good evening, friends.
Hi, sir. Vanakkam, namaskar. So, Ayushi ji
good
is
evening, sir.
Dr. Banerjee Chakka, who's our Dean,
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Law School.
Hi, Ayushi. How are you? It's very
Wonderful.
happy to see you and in live action, because as everybody said to you that I've been following your Law Digest and
Okay.
your lectures as well, and the content which you prepare. And
Okay, I'm so
when
glad.
Professor Sam told me that today you are speaking to the BBA students,
Mhm.
we thought we'll come and see what's your experiences, how you have migrated from your professional practice to a kind of responsible teaching, because teaching is not a ordinary job, it's not an easy job, particularly when you are in social media. And of course, you are doing a great work, and you are providing a very good information to all the law aspirants, law students. You are trying to provide a good information. I am very happy to know about it. Okay, thank you very much for that. And also, it seems you could able to motivate a lot of students to ask very pertinent questions.
Yeah.
Not only law students, students from engineering and students from management. So that means you are one of the change makers. Yeah.
I'm really glad, sir. Hoping to be one of the persons who are able to, motivate people, because we are
That's what
living in such
that's
times
what.
that we have to be self-motivated.
Yeah, that's what I always say, that every lawyer is a kind of a change maker if they would love their profession and their practices towards
Correct.
betterment of the society, and which you wonderfully are doing that. You have chosen the different path and a different vertical in the legal fields. So
Yes.
I think you are one among the youngest lot of people, those who has chosen to be in the social media and disseminate legal education.
Yes,
I
that's the objective.
wholeheartedly congratulate you for that, and it seems you have very good followers as well. So very nice. So
Yes, sir.
anyway,
Thank you so
thank you
much.
very much for coming to VIT AP School of Business and interacting with the students of law. And I would congratulate Sam for having a good turn of more than 100 plus students in this very odd hour of evening. But anyway, it's a good, quite impressive. And your thought-provoking ideas and your life, and also the struggles which you have had, as really illuminated and motivated our young students. And we'll be in touch with you,
Surely,
definitely.
sir. Surely.
And we would love to drive you here to VIT AP Vijayawada so that we can meet physically. And also, I would request you to be in touch with us so that our students can learn some of the skills of legal drafting, which you are offering a course as well.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
and also one of the management student have asked you that does management students require the legal skills? Maybe someday you can take a course on requirement of legal skills to the managers.
To the
So
manager.
such kind of things, yeah. These things we can do a lot of things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
With this, I really thank you very much for taking your time and interact with the students of VITAP. And I thank Sam for involving all the students across the university and creating this a good platform. Thank you very much. And I'm
Thank you,
really,
sir.
so thank you very
Thank you.
much and have a good
Yeah.
evening.
And
Thank
Ayushi
you,
ji,
students.
we look up to Dr. Banerjee, sir, a very senior veteran, was in the UK, was in London, was in Africa, a lot of countries in international law,
All
but
right.
very down to earth person, having huge international law
Yeah, I
experience.
can see that.
Yeah, and see, at this time, he just came and wanted to say thanks. So that is the passion which we drive here. And sir just started the School of Law, and he's got a huge vision to make it big. So I'm sure I'll connect all of you. And if
Yeah,
you and
definitely.
your associates can get along with the VIT School of Law under Dr. Banerjee, I'm sure we can bring more synergy and energy together. And maybe you can teach the course called drafting from there, and our students can take from
Yeah.
here. Yeah, Banerjee sir can
Yeah.
really reach. We have
Distance is not a
amazing,
problem.
yeah. So we have
Thank you.
amazing
Thank you.
teachers here. Yeah. We have Amrita ma'am, we have Mahati ma'am. And what's the name, sir? There's a new professor.
New professor, she is Alisha Pradhan, Dr. Alisha Pradhan from Darjeeling. She joined recently with us.
Yeah.
And she did her PhD from Sikkim Central University, Gangtok.
Okay.
So sir is just building up, and we are very sure that we have a wonderful moot court. And I'm sure when you come back here, as sir said, we'll have more, learning engagement.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
so thank you very much. Can any one student quickly give word of thanks? Sir has done his bit. Any student quickly? And so we need to thank all the students, coming at this time from their courses and joining. It's such a great joy. And we get this energy because of our students.
And also, I'd like to add, if anybody wants to connect with me as to any legal advice or your career advice that you would want, the links that I'm available on are available in the about section of my channel, as well as any video you open in the description sections. Those links are available.
Yeah. All right. So there's one last question one guy is going on asking me. Pujit says, ma'am, like an advocate, like in movies, did you advocate only certain people in movies? Like cinema mein sirf ek koi karte hai na? There is always partition. Did you ever do that? He wants to know.
So yeah, because there are two sides. So obviously you can't be advocating for the other side.
Okay. Maybe his question was, if there is a murderer, then why do you advocate for a murderer? But see, there's a law for that also, right? He needs a lawyer.
The law says that you are innocent until you're proven guilty. So even if the person is a murderer, he has the right to have a legal counsel, and he has the right to defend himself.
He has to. Yeah. Okay, Pujit, thanks so much. Thank you, Aisha ji. It was wonderful.
Thank you so much.
For your time.
It was great. Yeah.
Yes. And I'll send you the whole recording. You can keep it in your channel and get in touch with Dr. Banerjee. I'll connect you right now after in an email, and from there you take it up. And I wish that our students also, do something better rather than watching YouTube. You're making people watch YouTube. That's a difference which you're making. Yeah. I wish that our students get to learn this. And thank you very much for taking your time.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful to everyone, all the faculty members, Banerjee sir, you for connecting, all the students, all the attendees who are right here up till now, 114 people, they are still here. And it shows the kind of things that you're building up there. People are very interested in probably the sessions that you're conducting, and you should carry on with this initiative of yours.
Oh yeah, this is a 1 week long. We started on Monday, it goes till Sunday.
Yeah.
We appear from India, Singapore, UK.
Yeah. Things like these definitely help, you never know what might strike you from what the other is saying.
True. Yeah. And Banerjee sir has got a good vision. So yeah, so guys, everyone, quick final group picture. All the people who can just quickly put on your camera and group pic, because that'll be a motivation for the speakers and all. Quick. Forget about your background, forget about your color, forget about your, virtual daldo. You can put as though you're sitting in London Bridge. Uske upar bane chane batane khao thoda. Anywhere, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, quick. And who are the experts? Vardhini, group photo le lo bhai. Right. Some people are just getting ready, Aishi. But he cooking, camera ke samne. So ekdam bechara. Okay, let me just take quickly, and because documentation is also very important, as you guys have documentation, we also
have. It is.
Yeah. All right. So others also can take quick pictures of yours and put it on the group, because we'll talk. Done? Okay. Thank you, Vardhini.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye. See you.
In all suspense.
Okay, sir.
Tomorrow, somebody is going to be from India, from the Parliament of India, from the Prime Minister's office, and proud that I was my student. Then there's somebody coming from UK, all the way from London. For them, it will be 12:30. For us, it's 6:30. It's all mixed masala, international plus national, somebody coming from there. And you can say entrepreneurs from India, you can say entrepreneurs from UK, but I'll not tell you who. Okay, so let's wait and watch. And tomorrow again, 6:30 p.m. is one, and then others. Okay, thank you all. Aisha ji.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
See you. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Pleasure. Okay, bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thanks all. Bye. Stop recording. Stop.